This conference will now be recorded.
So only we completed some three up to PO or up to RFQ. Anybody? How much I completed? Please let me know.
I think we completed only the quotations, compare the quotations. After that, we have to create PO, I think, with
Okay.
reference to RFQ. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So MM basic cycle. So we are discussing about MM basic cycle, or which is also called as procure to pay process or standard procurement process. Anything it is same here. Okay. The first business process here. The steps once again, if you observe, so initially we need to create a purchase requisition in ME51 and transaction code. Generally, the user will mention, so we will give you all the user departments that they can able to create for all the users. We'll give the permission. They can able to create a purchase requisition, and initially they will mention what are the materials they required for which plant and how much quantity. And so what is the delivery date? All these details they will mention the purchase requisition. Okay, so what date they required? Okay, so everything they will mention the purchase requisition is internal purchase document here. So after the purchase requisition, so we'll create a RFQ. So creating RFQ in ME51, ME41 transition code. So with the help of this, with reference to PR or without any reference also, we can able to create a RFQ. Yeah, this RFQ will go to the different vendors here, like vendor one, vendor two. So we are requesting to multiple vendors here, right? The different vendors here. And third one, okay. So here, once the RFQ will go to the different vendors, so the vendor company they will give the quotation comments here. So we need to maintain the quotation in our system here. So quotations will be maintained in our system. The quotations in ME47. So what exactly the quotation details contain? So what are the price they are offering for us, and each and every vendor, and what are the discount they are giving? So when they are going to dispatch, all these details we need to maintain the quotation. So finally, so we need to compare the quotation. So when you are compare the quotations, so you will find the best quotation here. Okay. So best quotation like as per the price here. So what we observed as per the price, but apart from the price, we have some other parameters also. But however, the vendor will, so the user, so whichever the user is handling, so you will take the final decision. But apart from the price, sometimes delivery date. So whenever the material is emergency required, so even though we'll go for high price. So this compare the quotations price. Next, the fifth one. So we need to create a purchase order here. The purchase order need to be created. The purchase order in ME21 transition code. The purchase order with reference to RFQ is the external purchase document. So it is a legal document. Okay. So, but in day to day, so each and every business process will see. So on how many different ways we can able to create a purchase order here. And finally, the sixth step. So we need to. So whenever we give the order to the vendor, once the vendor will dispatch the stock, so we need to enter the goods receipt. So if you receive the physically goods here, so we need to enter the goods receipt here. Migo. So this Migo, you can perform all the inventory transactions, enjoy transaction. Okay. So, but when you perform the goods receipt, the system is going to generate some changes here. Okay, this changes is called results of the goods movement here. It's called results of the goods movement here. Goods movement here. So finally, we need to align with the goods. The vendors will give us the invoice copy. We need to prepare invoice in our system. Is an MI. So this is what how we are need to perform this PTP process. But what we discuss, so once again, however we completed up to 4 steps we completed. The fifth, sixth, seventh step we need to continue. Okay. So now what is the material? So what is the okay? So quotations. Okay. So already the fourth step onwards we need to complete. So fourth step, I think already we compare the quotation. So let us will continue four steps here. Fourth step. Now go to log on pad. Click on log on. Enter the user agent password. Okay, so here if you go to ME49 transition code, so we entered from quotation to quotation. So I think yesterday. So if you go to ME23N, so what is the yesterday material? Could you remind me, anybody? What is the yesterday material?
1596.
Okay, very good, Yamuna. So 1596 here. Yes. So with 1596, so we created a with 1596 here. Go to 2M. So 15. So this is some reports I'll explain to you. No suitable purchasing documents. 1596 is not there. If 1596 is there, definitely. 1596. Are you sure? 1596?
Real number was 1596 only, sir, yesterday.
Material number is 1596.
Yeah.
Material number 1596 means it will show you.
But we didn't created the PO, right?
Oh, right, right. Yes, yes.
So,
Correct, correct, correct. Yes. I'll go to. We have not created PO, right? Up to comparison quotations only. Yes. So go to
yes, sir.
ME3N. So this is the PO, I think, right? So 1596, and if you go to status tab, so this is a status here. Okay, up to RFQ, and we'll compare the RFQ also. 6 all zeros 20 here. Okay, so 6 all zeros 21, 22. So up to RFQ and comparison also done here. Okay, now 6 all zeros 22 here. So when you compare here in ME49 transition code, okay, so which purchasing organizations? So 6 all zeros, so 20 to, so 6 all zeros, so 22. When you compare, yes, so these are the vendors. This is the vendor yesterday I created 20080. Okay, so now, so this is the best quotation. 6 all zeros to 1 is the best quotation. Right. So now finally what I need to do, so I need to create a PO. So now the next step I am going to create a PO, purchase order. So go to purchase order. So the purchase order is a legal, okay, so like in fact you can say it is our highest purchasing document here, PO. So all your data will be integrated at the time of PO. So here now today we'll see how to create a PO with reference to RFQ. So the PO means every purchasing document contains in okay, so three categories. So first one is header, next item, and item details. So once now come to here, so just scroll it here. Here you will find the RFQ number. Here I need to mention the RFQ number. So this is actually 6 all zeros. Okay, so 21. If I am enter RFQ number, the system will pick all the details. See here how the data is going to integrate. Let us observe. Okay, now go to header tab. So now which vendor we have given. Okay, and what is the org element here. So please observe here. So what are the vendor I mentioned? That vendor must be created in this patch organization in this company code here. Okay, and go one by one each here, deliver invoice. The payment we discussed in vendor master. Okay, so what are the payment terms you mentioned in the vendor master? That payment terms will pick here. So if you want, you can able to change the payment. So your system is not going to stop here. If user wants to change the payment terms, we can able to change the payment terms here. Okay, and condition tab. So we have header and item, and also you can see here. So if suppose now, in case your vendor currency and company code currency is different here. So now see here, my vendor is in German and the company is in India. Okay. So for what is one INR is equals to what is the euros, or 1 euro is equal to what is INR. So vice versa. Yeah. So the currency exchange rate here. So here automatically. So in finance people, so they will maintain the exchange rate here. If vendor and company currency both are same, no problem. Exchange rate will be 1 year. If it is fixed here, so if suppose after some days, so the, as per this exchange rate we need to pay here. Okay. So and GR message, what is GR message? Suppose I am the user, I am Mr. Rajesh. If I am creating PO in my company, okay. So if I selected GR message, okay. So maybe some other user is reserved in my company. So I'll get a message, a mail confirmation. So which will be in workflow SW SUWP transition code here. That also I will show you. So this is a GR message here. Conditions, we have header condition and item conditions here. Okay. So this is one topic as pricing procedure is there. And text already we discussed here. So what is text here? The text means we have header text and item text. Header is applicable for all the line items here. Okay. And address, which address here? Vendor address here. Okay. And while you are creating vendor master, you have given the address. Communication tab. So suppose who is the salesperson is involved. So this also in vendor master, the salesperson name and telephone number. So that if any query, so fast communication, the vendor people, they will call to the salesperson. And if you enter the telephone number here, from vendor master is speaking, but you can change the salesperson name and telephone number and go to partners here. Partner also, we have partner information on topic is there. So if vendor is acting a different role string, additional data is not required for us. Okay, so we have some blanket purchasing is there. That time we need to use additional data. And organization data just now we discussed here. Okay, so here whatever the plant I mentioned here. So this is a 1000 plant. The plant must be under this company code, and this vendor must be created in this purchase organization company code here. And the purchase group is a buyer group. So any buyer group. So if suppose in Metal Master, if you mentioned it will come, or else you can able to change it. Status tab we observed yesterday. So just now also we observed here. So status means suppose I am the user, end user. I don't have any table access. I don't have any. Okay, so where I can to see it. So here I need to go to. So today I created. So after a couple of days here, I want to see my PO status here. So I ordered whether I received or not. Here the user can able to check here. Okay, this is a status tab. And you know the item category and account assignment categories. Item category is stock purpose and account assignment category is consumption. But if you're not selected, item category blank means standard purpose procurement only. It is blank, so standard purpose procurement only here. Okay. So blank represents the standard purpose procurement here. And the materials, how much quantity, so what is the delivery date, what is the price, and which plant and which location, all the details. And if you go to item details, okay, so now item details, if you come to here, so which material, okay, the material data tab, okay, so how much quantity, so this is important here. Okay, so which material, so this is the material and quantity, how much I'm ordering. So here if any conversion factor is maintained, and delivery schedules, you can see when they're supposed to deliver here. Okay, so delivery date is there here, 15th October here. Okay, so suppose on 15th October we received, so automatically, so the delivery, the GR quantity will be updated. Sometimes vendors may dispatch some partial quantity instead of 100. Suppose if I received only 60 pieces, GR quantity will be updated to only 60 pieces here. These are delivery schedules here. And delivery tab also, remaining quantity, suppose I received 60 pieces, the 40 pieces will be the open quantity here. Okay, so now as of now open quantity will be also 100 here because I have not received. So in delivery tab also you can observe. So what is the delivery tab here? So in delivery tab, so you'll observe some couple of okay. Now this is most important. This tolerance key will be in Metal Master we discussed here. So purchasing value key here, and this reminders will come purchasing value key. And by default the stock type is unrestricted use here. In Metal Master, if you selected a post inspection stock, the stock will provide as a quality inspection here. But as of now, the user need to keep in unrestricted use only here. And what is this delivery complete indicator? So suppose now I am requesting 100 pieces to the vendor. If vendor is dispatched the complete stock here, if I receive the partial stock, still delivery completed will be enabled mode here. If I received 100 pieces against 100 pieces I received, my delivery will be automatically selected here. Delivery complete. We don't need to select manually. Automatically system will select once the delivery is completed here. If you receive the complete quantity, and when the GR will be done, what is the latest GR date will be updated. If your QM quality management view is there, so the quality management key will be activated here. The quality process need to run here. And again, if you go to invoice, and we are not getting free of cost, so definitely invoice receipt will be there. For free goods, there is no invoice here. Okay. And coming to the condition tab. So what is the condition tab here? You can see the condition tab. So these are the item conditions here. Okay, item value is always applicable for only particular item. And account assignment, there is no account assignment here. Okay. So if the material is procuring for consumption, day for yesterday session we discussed here. The material is procuring for the consumption purpose, we need to enter the account assignment category. And text also we can observe. So header and text. So this text where you mentioned here, yesterday at the time of PR we mentioned the text here. From PR to it is updated from RFQ, from RFQ to it is updated to PO. So the text will be copied for the purchasing documents here. And delivery address will be the the plant address. While you are creating plant, you have given the address. So this is the plant address here. But in real time, you have complete address. So what is the street number and everything here? So simply observe all these details. You need to click on message during check and you need to So once you saved here, purchase order is created. So what is my purchase order number? 4500017213. So copy the. So after creating the PO, so so generally, so what happened here? You created a PO here, right? So the PO will go to the where? So the PO will go to the transmit to the vendor. So we have message steps in there. Okay. So how the PO will need to transmit it, whether the PO. So this actually will gather the information from the your company and what are the vendors are available, suppliers, and whether it has to go for printout, whether it should go fax. So this is actually we have topic is there in detail topic is there. It's called output determination here. So just come back here. So again is this PO. Okay. So now you see if you want to you also can able to see also. Okay, the print PO you can able to see. So which purchase order. Okay, so what is the purchase? Okay, so to which vendor we are giving. So the print preview. So this is a smart form here. So if you some clients they want to logo. Okay, right side or left side here. They want to logo in middle of the page. In footer they want to address. We can able to see this is the vendor name. Okay, vendor complete address. And this is the purchase order number and which buyer group is involved. Okay, so all these details you can observe. So finally, so you need to just go back. So already we created a PO. So this is my PO number here. But again is this PO. So whenever we receive, so we need to go to the next step here. So what is the step here? So come to here. So here again is this PO. So when we receive the goods here, okay, we need to enter the goods receipt here. So physically, so up to 5 steps here is a purchasing. Okay, now means every business process procedure or every business cycle. So it is divided into 3 parts here. The purchasing part, inventory and invoice here. Okay, the purchasing part 1 to 5 is a completely purchasing. So now we are stepping into the inventory. So when you are going to step into the inventory, when you receive the stock physically from the vendor, so we need to perform the goods receipt here. So the user will mention how much stock we received. Okay, so these are all details you need to ensure. So what is the transaction code? You need to go to Migo. Migo. So Migo is the engine transaction we discussed here. Okay, so before 4.7 version, so for goods receipts is one issue, one transaction for goods issue, but Migo they integrated all the inventory process like goods receipts, goods issues, cancellation, transfer posting, so so but user has to select properly goods receipt against the purchase order and you need to enter the purchase order number here. Okay, so simply enter the purchase order number. So goods receipt purchase order, enter the purchase order number. So simply you need to click on execute here. So once you click on execute here, okay, come to here. So item, okay. So which materials, okay. So how much quantity in weight of how much I need to pay here. Okay. So here means how much stock I received here. Okay. But this is most important which material. So how much quantity I received here. Okay. Here you can see uh, first time we enter full quantity, but it is sometimes it will possible the vendor may dispatch some partial quantity also instead of 100 pieces. Suppose if they dispatch only 75 pieces, we need to enter the 75 pieces only here. If vendor is dispatch total quantity, so we need to enter the total quantity. So I'm going to enter total quantity. In way tab, you can observe. So this is most important. Whenever your inventory management is started, so in the inventory management, so here you need to observe the movement types here. So what is the movement type is triggering here? The movement type is triggering one at one movement type. Okay. So for all the goods movement, we need to observe the movement types here. Okay. So which movement type is triggering and all. So one at one movement type is always for the goods receipt here. So from where the system is getting the movement type. Okay. So now what are the parameters helping to get this movement type? So we have complete discussion about automatic automation. So they will understand. And also in SAP, so we need to like the movement types you need to recall. For all the goods receipt 101, for goods issues 201, for stock transfer 300. So but exactly so like 10 to 15 movement types you need to recall during this module. Okay. So please observe carefully the movement types here. And you can see at the time of goods receipt, if you want, you can change the store location, but you cannot change the plant here. Okay, the plant is remains same. Store location, if you want, you can able to change it. Coming to the purchase data. So what is the purchase data? So PO number here. The purchase data means the PO number. Okay. So delivery complete indicator here. So even though if I received, okay. So now today I'm receiving. I created order for 100 pieces, but I'm receiving 75 pieces. Example here. So remaining 25 pieces we don't require, so set automatically it is there. Okay. So if you go and you can set here, So remaining quantity you don't require from the vendor, you can able to set here. Set automatically means remaining 25 pieces will be on open PO. Okay. Partner means from which vendor we are receiving. Okay. So observe all these details. You need to click on check and simply you need to post the document. So once it is posted, the system is going to generate the material document number. So going to generate the material document. Now, after getting the material document, I will show you. So what are the changes is happened in the system? I will show you. But meanwhile, just you go and observe the notepad. Okay. So here, finally we'll prepare invoice here. Okay. So I'll show you what are the changes that happened in the results of the goods mint. But before that, let me prepare the invoice here. Okay. So the invoice will be prepared in a MIRO transition code here. The MIRO is the transition code to prepare the invoice. So generally the vendor, the invoice, the billing copy will be given by the vendor. So either through the mail, means soft copy or hard copy. Once you receive, the user, my user, he will create invoice in the system. So this invoice information, but however we are not going to pay, we are purchasing, so we are not going to pay. So who is going to pay? The finance department is going to pay to the vendors. Okay. So but I should prepare invoice here. Okay. Now come to here. So just go to MIRO. The MIRO to prepare invoice here. Okay. This is only one transaction code. For all the business possibilities, we need to use MIR only, except pipeline and consignment. Go to MIRO, invoices. It is also simple. So now, first of all, here you need to enter your PO number. So through which purchase order we received here. So you must enter the PO number here. What is my PO number? The 4500172213 invoice date here. So what is the invoice date here? Okay, invoice date is today date here. So when the user is preparing this invoice, okay. So today I am preparing this invoice. But I am posting, so suppose now the invoice date is okay today, 30th September. Okay, month last date here. Okay, but posting it, when he is posting here, so he is posting after 2 days or after 3 days. Okay, so now he is posting, so you need to enter the posting date and enter the PO number. When you enter here, the system will pick all the details here. From which vendor we are receiving, so how much I need to pay. So for this vendor, we are receiving this material. Okay, so what is my balance? The 8,000 euros I need to pay to the vendor. So 8,000 minus here. So here now which material, everything, all the system will pick everything here. So only we need to change. But however, I have not selected the tax code, right? So just to minimize and select the tax code here. Just to go to add the data. So here now I have not selected any tax code. Next time I will show you how to select the tax code here. So how to pay with. So as of now, it's not selected tax code. Let us tax will make it 0. And in header tab also you can make a tax is 0 here. Come to here and header tab also you can make tax 0. Go to editor. Here also you can make tax 0 and calculate tax. The tax amount will be 0 here, right? So how much I need to pay? So 8,000 euros here. Enter 8,000 euros here. Now the balance will become 0. But even though we need to click on simulate here, we need to click on simulate. So if you click on simulate, right? So here you will find two GL accounts. The one GL account is first GL account is vendor account, and second GL account is GRIR claims. So the first one is the vendor GL account. Okay. So in the vendor GL account, okay. So why system 8,000 euros minus here? So why system is showing 8,000 euros minus, and why it is showing plus? Because we are not into FI. Please try to understand. So why vendor account is showing debit means and our account here, the second one account is the company account here. The company account is showing plus here, credit here. But because in reverse way here, okay. When we are paying, the vendor account will be credited and our account will be debited here. Okay. Meanwhile, it's showing reverse way. Okay. Just come back and you need to click on save here. Okay. So simply you need to click on save. Click on save. Once you save here, the invoice will be created. So with this, we completed addition codes. But what we discussed here, so whenever you do some changes here, okay, so whenever you do some changes, the results of the goods mint will observe here. So what are the changes is happened? Okay, so once you perform the goods receipt here, so what are the changes is happened? We need to observe in the system here. Okay, I have done some goods receipt here. So once I have done the goods receipt, but this is what are the changes? So the system is going to generate material document. The material document relevant accounting documents will be generated, and total stock total values will be updated, and here MMBE stock overview will be repeated, updated. This all one by one will check. Okay, So what are the changes happen? First, whenever you perform the goods receipt here, first of all, so the system is going to generate. So any inventory activity. Now what exactly we perform? We receive the goods. So go to Migo. In Migo goods receipt, when you perform the goods receipt here against the purchase order, so the system is going to generate the material document. So this material document, if you go to display, the system will show you latest material document. So this is the latest material document number. Okay, the latest material document number. Now please go and observe the, okay, so executive, I can see. So whenever you perform the inventory transaction, the system is going to generate material document. If this material document is related to finance here, definitely accounting document will be created here. So just to go to the first changes you need to go to doc information. If you click on FA documents, you can able to see the accounting document. So once the goods receipt is done, once the inventory transaction is done, so the system is going to generate the material document. The material document relevant accounting document will be generated here. Okay. So how much I stock? So this is the GL account and MFI integration we'll discuss here. But inventory raw material is updated with 8,000 euros. Okay, and it is a GRI thing. So still, so I received, but I have not paid. So but stock I received some 8,000 euros of stock I received. But whose stock it is? The stock is belongs to, okay, so GRIR. So it is in clearance account here. You need to pay here. The stock is, even though you are not paid, but you received here. So that's what the system is showing 8,000 euro minus here. So this is a material document relevant accounting will be generated. The first change here. Okay. And what is the other change here? If you perform the goods receipt, the stock overview will be updated here. If you go to MMBE, your stock overview will be updated here. Okay. So this material. So what is MMBE? MMBE is the report here. So this MMBE is the report. So simply MMBE to check the stock overview. So enter the material. So in which plant and in which store location. So the particular plant and particular store location. If you click on execute here, okay. So you can see plant and store location level, we received the stock here. Okay, so 100 pieces we received. I received the stock. Okay, so total stock total. So I received the stock and add the goods receipt here. Now, so total stock total values. So first one is the material document is generated. Material document and accounting documents we observed. So always the stock overview will be updated in MMBE. Okay, so an MMBE is the stock overview report here. In this particular plant, particular store location, that particular material, how much stock is there here. But you can see this material completely unrestricted use. So going forward, we'll see what is quality inspection stock, what is the stock here. But however, the MMBE report is updated here. Okay. Now here, if you go to Material Master here, okay, the Material Master also total stock, total value fields will be updated here. So what is the material stock 1596 here? So this is the latest material here. Now go to your selection is here. Go to accounting menu. In accounting menu, so simply deselect here and go to accounting menu. In accounting menu, so you can see the total stock is 100 pieces and total value is 8,000 euros. Very sorry. So total stock, total values fields will be updated here. 1596 here. Right. So this is about the completely metal master. Okay. So suppose now next when you are practicing, try to create material. That time it will show total stock will be 0, total value will be 0. This is actually right current position here. So suppose it is a continuous business right here. So suppose this material is consumed by some user here, okay, some cost center consumption purpose or production here. So immediately stock also will be updated. So stock will be decreased here. So always your metal master accounting one view also will be updated. So how much stock, current stock also you can able to see here. Total stock, total values here. And finally, this is most important. The purchase order history new tab will be generated here, where you can see ME23 in here. ME23 is the transaction code. The purchase order history new tab will be generated automatically. The purchase order history new tab is generated automatically. Now please observe at the time of PO you will not find this tab here. Okay, at the time of PO you will not find this tab here. So where exactly here this tab here. Okay, this purchase order history tab here. So you will not able to find this purchase order history. Okay. This new tab is generated. So this purchase order history you can see in this purchase order history. Okay, so what is your material document number and what is the invoice? So at the time of creation, so there is no purchase order history, but after creation the PO, so whenever you have done some goods receipts or invoice receipts here, so automatically the purchase order history new tab will be generated here. So this is about today's session. Okay, so today we'll stop here itself. Okay, this week just to complete. So all the master and this business process projects you can discuss here. So you also just take different kind of materials, and at least some 3 to 4 times you practice this MIGO, invoice, and PO. Any issues, please reach me in WhatsApp. So we'll meet on Monday, and the Monday we'll discuss about the consignment procurement process here. Okay. Next week, however, we are going to complete some 5 to 6 business process figures here. Okay, Lakshmi and Yamuna, SSV, please practice these 2 days.
Yes, sir.
I have one doubt.
Yeah, Yamuna, tell
Yashas,
me. Yeah, yes, yes,
Yashasvi
Yes,
here.
yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Uh, while I was creating RFQ, it is
Okay.
showing me one error.
Hmm.
The currency does not match. Maybe in accounting tab it was euros and I'm creating it in INR. So is it
Hmm.
not possible? Can we create PO in INR?
Yeah, yeah. PO you can create in INR. Actually, in PO, whatever the currency is coming, that
Hmm.
currency is belongs to company currency. Okay. Your company currency and vendor currency, if it is different, the system will ask the exchange rate here. You can able to create here. Okay. So the system is not going to stop here. And one more other important thing, Yashasvi. So
Hmm.
please try to use euro currency only here. Why? Because so you can ask me, it is a training system here, but
Hmm.
INR some patches is required here. So actually in real time basis, people will be there. So they will add some patches here. Okay, but actually in the
Okay.
training system, so your practice will not be smooth here. Okay, better you go with the euro. Okay, your like I am using 1,000, right? So better you can use 1,000, no problem. Okay. So
Okay.
if you
Okay.
created a
Sure.
new plant, but currency make it euro, it will be smooth. Yeah.
No, I'm using 1,000 plant only.
Okay.
But
Currency, currency also use euro only. Okay.
okay, okay, fine.
So generally, what happened here? Your vendor currency and company code currency. I think already today's session also I covered. So maybe every time it will not be same. Vendor currency will be different and the company currency will be different. Company
Hmm.
currency will be different. If both the currency is different, exchange rate will be maintained by the finance people. Here. The finance people they will maintain the exchange rate. So mean the exchange rate will not be same, right? So day to day.
Hmm.
So exchange rate
Correct.
will be maintained by the finance people. So they will automatically fetch it. It is not a constant value. So the finance people will take care of it.
Okay, okay, sure.
Right. Happy weekend also. Please practice Saturday. At least 3 to 4 hours you need to practice all the master data and all. Okay.
Yeah, can you share these two sessions
Ah,
after
definitely.
one?
Sure, sure. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. However, it will take 1 to 1.5 hours, but immediately I will
oh,
share the yesterday's session. Okay. Don't
okay,
worry.
sure.
And this session
Thank
also
you.
after 5 or 6 o'clock I will share this session also. Okay, Lakshmi
Okay,
Yamuna, yes.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
thank you.
Have a
Bye.
nice weekend. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you, madam. Yeah.